What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Bobo. Instead of this video, I do want to talk about why Runeslayer is kind of dying, or at least losing their player count that they had. And that's basically what we're going to be talking about inside of this video. Now, I did see Vert post his own video talking about this as well. That's kind of why I'm making the video. So you guys can go watch Vert's if you guys want to, or you guys can just leave your own thoughts inside the comment section down below. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go right into it. So you guys know I've only been playing the game for about like 3 days. I'm not gonna lie, right after I posted this video is when I started like seriously playing the game, leveling up and things like that. And honestly, I can kind of understand why the game is losing players. Now that I am inside the end game, you guys can see I have my golden fairy, I have my weapons with 3 rune slots, and I have basically like a decent build already going. And honestly, I understand why the game is losing players and things like that, because of just how the end game currently is. It's not really that enjoyable to play like at all. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be talking about inside this video. So the very first thing is the progression is just boring. Let's be honest, even if you max out one slot, most people are not going to max out a second slot, because progressing in this game is simply not fun. It doesn't even take that long. I think you could genuinely hit max in like 4 hours if you're doing the most effective way, but it's just not fun to do. Like, to level up in the same, it's just not fun. That's the most simple way to put it. It's not, right? Which is unfortunate, because that's the biggest part about the game, is leveling up. Like, the biggest part about the game right now is the whole progression to level 40, because once when you hit level 40, your options are basically farm the elder boss until you get a golden fairy, and then farm whatever weapon you want, and then keep farming that same weapon until you get one with a good amount of rune slots, and then you farm for your armor and pray for a good amount of rune slots. That's basically what the end game is. All the end game is right now is farming armor and weapons until they have a good roll of like rune slots, like 3 or 4, right? So in a decent amount of rune slots, and then you have to go farm for the runes, and that just takes way too long. Like, nobody is doing all that. Respectfully, nobody's doing that, right? And not only that, you also have to farm your faction to get the faction armor and the faction rings. The faction rings are like really good, and they're soul bound, so you can't just have someone like buy the armor for you. Because like my mask and my cloak, I just had someone buy for me. Like, I just gave them the gold and they were the rank, and they bought it for me and just gave it to me. But you can't do that with the rings because they are soulbound. So no matter what, you have to farm your faction. It doesn't take that long, don't get me wrong, but it's still very annoying that you have to do that. And yeah, that's basically the end game. You farm your faction, you go around killing people, which isn't fun because the game's PvP, I'm not gonna lie, it's interesting to say the least. It's definitely unbalanced right now. And then the rest of the game is just farming bosses and like things like that to get runes, rune slots, and just other things. That's literally all the game is. The PvP, other than, you know, to farm your factions, isn't really a thing because nobody really PvPs. I'm not gonna lie, there's no arena, there's no 1v1, there's nothing like that to PvP. So nobody's really like PvPing right now. And then the rest of the game is literally just farming drops and praying that something has a good amount of rune slots. And then once when you get your whole build to have enough rune slots, you spend the rest of your time farming those runes, which also takes forever. To basically farm your max amount of rune slots, you have to farm your legendary weapon to have 3, because I believe 3 is max for every single legendary weapon. And if you are something that uses 2 weapons, then you have to farm it twice. For me, for example, I had to do 2 Ragnaroks. And then you have to do your mask, your chest, and your boots, which the mask and the boots can have up to 4 rune slots, and the chest can have up to 6. You know how long it would take to get a perfect build where you have 6 chest rune slots, 4 here and 4 there, and then 3 here for both of them? That shit would take forever. I literally don't think anyone in the game has actually done that yet, because just everyone would stop doing it. I honestly don't think a single person has a fully complete maxed out perfect build yet, just because how annoying it is to actually get a complete maxed build. And that's only for one build, right? A lot of people say that you need more than one. Like, basically right when I made my thief build and got it to level 40, every single person was like, okay, now you have to level up a mage or an archer to actually farm bosses. I'm not doing that. I'm not leveling up another slot. Unless if you guys want it for a video, I can do a progression video, but that's about the only way that I'll actually level up another slot. And that's like all the end game is just rinsing and repeating the same thing over and over and over again. I feel like the other main reasons why the game is dying is very simple ones as well. Just the lack of actual content updates. It's honestly just a type soul. The updates are very like type souls, where they add one new weapon, one new legendary weapon. They don't tell you where to get it, how to get it, anything like that. They do some balance changes, they do some quality of life changes, and that's the update for the week. That is literally what we're seeing right now, is a type soul update schedule, where we get an update once a week, once every 2 weeks. They add in one legendary weapon, they give us some buffs, they nerf some stuff, they add like 2 quality of life changes, and they're like, there you go, wait till next week. Which would be fine if the game had actual content, but the game doesn't have content. There's like literally nothing to do inside this game, and they're feeding us minimal updates, which is not good at all. They need to do a content update or something, because the game's already been out for like a month, roughly, maybe 3 weeks, and they have yet to do a singular content update, really do anything that's actually a major update. And I feel like that's the biggest reason why the game is actually like dying, is because there's still has been nothing to do. Like if someone started the game 3 weeks ago, like right when it came out, I would completely understand why they quit the game. I'm about to quit the game and I started 3 days ago. Like that's genuinely how boring the game is. After you get your golden fairy and you get your weapons, the only thing that you can really look forward to is getting a lucky ring. And to get a lucky ring, you either have to farm gold ore, which respectfully I don't think a single soul is doing, because it would genuinely take forever. Literally, to get gold ore, you have to run around the whole like mines and just pray. And I've seen some people where they mined like 1,000 ore and they still have yet to get a single gold piece. So yeah, I don't think anyone's really doing that. And not only that, you need 2 gold pieces to get a lucky ring. And then the other way to get a lucky ring is just to farm bosses over and over and over again, like I said, and trade for it. So yeah, I don't know. The game just needs more content. That's the most simple way to put it. The game just needs more content, right? Because if I can get to this point of the game where I'm basically maxed out, nothing to do in like 2 days, that's a little insane, I can't lie. Because it took me genuinely, I would say 2 days of seriously playing the game to get my golden fairy, to get my weapons, to get my build, and basically be done with at least this one slot. And this is on a thief. If I was like a mage, it would be even faster than that. So yeah, I don't really know. You guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. That's kind of my own thoughts. I just think the updates aren't good. The amount of content in the game right now isn't good. And unironically, like the dev team, the mod team, I don't know, they're a little weird, I can't lie. That's just my own thoughts though. You guys can give your own thoughts at the comment section down below. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. I think tomorrow I'll be dropping my thief video, actually posting a video on this build, because honestly I don't think I'm really gonna grind it up that much more. I don't really want to farm for the rune slots, and my Ragnarok's basically already done. So yeah, I'll probably be posting a video on this build tomorrow, so you guys can stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.